Morning, friends. Today I'm back with within a one week time frame, and I think today I have a very interesting topic. I think a lot of viewers and some of my students have asked me to make a video on Venus conjunction with all the other rest eight planets in a very microscopic manner. How to understand that Venus in conjunction with other planet can behave in which manner with regard to marriage, and I think what will be the plus point and negative point, and here we can, I think, burst out a lot of the rumors, or I can say lot of the uh, you can say wrong terminology attached with the Venus basically. And some of you might be witnessing also with the various Venus conjunction to some of the planet which looks very glamorized, very potential conjunction, but it has a very drawback in a different manner. So I have made one video related to Saturn in similar way, but this will be a long video, especially for all the people who have any planet conjunction with the Venus. This video is for you. Those people who have Venus sitting alone in their chart and there is no planet on the either side of the Venus basically, means in the same sign. So they can skip this video, or they can also have an idea about, I think, how Venus can behave in a different manner. But before that, I think I'm going to explain, make you understand basically using the Navtara Chakra Paddhati, which is my trademark, I think, chapter basically. Why I put so many stress on that basically, because the way all nakshatra are designed, okay, any planet which will be the good nakshatra for the sun nakshatra, there might be this nakshatra will be the problematic for other nakshatra. So when you understand the nakshatra order in a microscopic manner, and when you see that some planet looks very promising, Saturn, Venus both are friends. Let's say Sun, Venus are enemy, or Moon, Venus conjunction gives lot of great thing. People put up lot of generalized notions about the conjunction. Basically, this will make you artist, this will make you that. Okay, fine. But behind the scenes, on the backdrop, you need to understand the foundation of a nakshatra, how they are designed in the nakshatra orders. Any planet which may be comfortable to a planet A may be discomfortable to the planet B in the conjunction. If one planet is gaining, other is going to lose. Sometimes both will be going to lose. Sometimes it will be a neutral, a tie match. Okay. So this before going to that, people must understand that Venus in the zodiac belt is the lord of the second house Taurus sign. Taurus is the mother earth. You can say is the family, where we basically get food, we learn, we see the basic childhood, basically upbringing, a family. This is a house where we store our all the valuable material things like food, jewelry, gold. This can be seen as a bank, as a restaurant, as a hotel. This is a sign, basically a fixed nature sign. It's a family, and everybody is born in a particular good or bad family. Also, somewhere is basically depending upon Venus, basically how you have treated family, institution of family, because that comes through the one of the important form from goddesses Lakshmi. Okay, so based on that, this house happens to be a Marka house, also Taurus sign. It's a fixed nature sign. Okay. And apart from that, this is the sign where basically moon gets exalted in the sign of Venus, basically. So all young female one day becomes the in charge of the family in the form of mother, elder sister, or the key player in the family holding all the resources control inside the family, the environment. And you can say the worst thing, mother-in-law, which I think most daughter-in-law basically feel a kind of a rival, a stubborn challenges. Basically, every Venus has to become one day the moon. Means every Bahu has to become a Sas one day. So that is one of the notion, but this is a very generalized statement. But on the right, we have a Venus basically as a moon trikon, lord of Libra sign, which is speaking about the marriage, partnership, spouse, adjustment, compromises. This is the market area, business area, the people opposite to you. And lot of these things are basically you can understand through Venus basically. Let's say you're a public figure. You become a public figure. So Venus is the planet which makes you a public figure, a famous person, a wealthy person. because it is connected with the Lakshmi. But Venus has only its influence within once you take the birth. Okay. Let's say Aries sign is the birth, beginning, Jiva, Atma, taking birth in the form of body is equal to Mars. And Mars plates are making food, shelter, money, wealth, everything. That is the Taurus part. And after a certain age, you are forced to create the family. You have to increase the number of the family by marriage, children, as per one of the important area, Earth and Kama. So Venus basically controls the Earth and Kama. And you should understand that Venus can only give you moksha, liberation, once you give a lot of sacrifice towards your old age parents who have shown great upbringing, sacrifice a lot of things to give you upbringing. Okay, when they have married and their marriage gives you the result of you coming on the birth, it's the one of the major purushartha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. I made that video, but most of the people were not interested in looking all these mandatory pillar. Everybody is, I think, worried about getting the snapshot of in the form of I would like to share shorts and short videos. Whatever I'm making is very deep things basically. But if you are going to some other channel or other place, I'm not saying that they are not shedding the light, but whatever I'm bringing out it will give you a very detailed understanding of a planet on a microscopic level. Once you understand the foundation better, you can learn the subject very well. And Venus is a very important planet in the material world among the dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Venus plays a very important role in artha, money acquisition, material acquisition, marriage. But after marriage, everybody sees that exalted Venus falls in a sign of sacrifice, surrenders, submission. Okay. So people basically are missing two important, keeping the 2 point in their life, which is the Artha part and the Kama part. But everybody is forgetting about what Venus basically, what is the highest definition of Venus, that is Pisces. This is not only to give a guidance to a female basically who are by nature submissive in nature. Submissive should not be taken in the wrong slang basically. Like a female has that mind unconditional trust. She trusts in a very unconditional manner to the Almighty. Pisces sign is Almighty. Okay. Universe. And it's the sign of service for which you don't get any reward, recognition, any salary, any package, any return. For nowadays generation, the present generation, sacrifice is basically like you can say uh, taken as a granted. I would like to say sacrifice is taken as villainous term. Why should we sacrifice? Okay, why should we sacrifice? Why should we compromise? Most of the female with the Western mindset, the concept of feminism has given them equality. I would like to say female are much far more superior than men. They have blessed with lot many unique features, which I think creates a certain boundary around them. They're like a precious gold or precious diamond, which cannot be compared to anything else. So basically, when you are blessed with such of the great things, okay, sacrifice is one of the essential part. So if you feel that just making money or getting a status or getting freedom to do what you want, you're not going to follow the karma triangle energy along with the moksha triangle energy. Then I think it's not going to work for you. Because look, Pisces Venus is the Pisces sign. It is the old age. Today, if you don't sacrifice, or I think let's say your fathers or mothers basically sacrificed a lot of things, whether you're a boy or a girl. Okay, you might have got some restrictions in your life. You may complain that the boys are getting a lot of advantage, freedom, doing something, making money or something like that. But the same opportunity is not distributed to the female. Look, I think there are a lot of such differences with biologically, let's say in this lifetime, you are a female. Who knows that in the past life you were a male? And you feel very offended basically if you are restricted within a boundary with the intention to keep you safeguard. Venus is a precious metal. Okay, precious, you can say monument basically, you can say. Some of the cases, I think wealth, money, beauty, all those things are considered very precious. We cannot keep our anything on the roadside in the open manner. So the highest form of a Venus in the physical form, the beauty and everything will fade away. Money will fade away. But relationships sustain on the basis of sacrifices. So this is not only applicable to the females. No, a man also has to look for a lot of things. Once you become father, you have to sacrifice your pleasure, your comfort, your daily life in the bachelor life. So both has to play certain sacrifices in life to make sure the marriage becomes beautiful. Okay. So why I have given this description, because to understand Venus conjunction with other planet, some of the planet may, I think, take away the good qualities of Venus, and due to that, it may result very bad in the marriage aspect. The relationship, fertility. Venus is also the fertility karka in a man's chart. Sometimes it also controls the female body in lot many beauties. So basically, in that order, we will, I think, speak up on all the planets, remaining 8 planets as per the Navtara. And from that, you can have an idea that the planet which looks very beautiful in the conjunction in your chart may be extremely good or may be extremely challenging. Okay. So every planet has a different sides. But before I start, I request all of the person, those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Even those who are watching for the first time, I ask them to please subscribe the channel, put a like so this video can reach to the maximum number of people. Share with your friends and family. If you have any specific query, doubt within this video's chapter, I will be happy to answer it, because I hardly get time to make videos and within a weekly. So it will be a token of motivation. Okay. So now let's start the conjunction of Venus in all the order basically. Let's talk about the first planet, the planet Sun, which is the king of the zodiac belt, and this is the natural fifth lord. So looking from the Libra sign and Taurus sign, Venus happens to be the fourth and 11th house lord. From Taurus, Leo is the fourth. From Libra, it is 11th. So this conjunction looks pretty good in lot many ways, I would like to say. It's the natural fifth lord, seventh lord, or second lord conjunction. And from all the Venus ruled nakshatra, if you see the sun ruled nakshatra, from Bharani nakshatra, the Kritika nakshatra of sun will be the Sampat Tara, expansion, growth, wealth, good nakshatra. For all the Venus ruled nakshatra people, sun will be like a Sampat Tara lord. And from Venus nakshatra also, sun will become the ninth nakshatra, 9, 18, 27, Ati Mitra Tara. So whenever you see the conjunction of Sun Venus basically taking in the birth chart, you need to know one more thing, that Venus basically gets combusted within the 10 degree behind or forward to the Sun. So just looking at the Sun Venus conjunction is not important. Whenever you open up your chart, see the technical details basically how much distance behind or forward to the Sun Venus is placed. If somewhere it is written C when the Sun Venus conjunction in a sign, or even if say Venus is behind the sun in a different sign, sun is in the different sign is combust. So the purpose of Venus is mostly burnt. It's a punishment placement, I would like to say. So combust Venus is somehow the problematic, the karka, the significant portfolio of second house, seventh house. All, not all, but some of the features will be burnt down. Although this is a very good conjunction, I consider it's a Lakshmi Vishnu yoga. It's a Shiv and Parvati yoga. But even if you know, in the life of Shiva, in the life of Vishnu, in fact, they also gone through lot many suffering in their family life. They went through lot many challenges. But this is a very glamorous conjunction. I would like to say very favorable conjunction. But will it work for all the well ascendants? I would like to say it's not going to do the same magic for all the 27 conjunction, and especially whenever Venus is behind the sun, up to some extent, and not combust within the 10 degree behind sun. Let's say sun is at 15 degree mark and Venus is at 4 degree mark. So Venus is technically not combust, but behind the sun. So this can be considered as a one of a good conjunction in terms of marriage sustainability. And if any other planet is aspecting or the nakshatra where they are sitting, if they are in trouble, this conjunction can sometimes give you a bad view. But whenever this conjunction is happening, basically it shows that whether in a man's or a woman's life, father figure will be a very important figure. The father will be a renowned person, a famous person. And husband will or wife will also come from a renowned family background, a good family background. May have artistic quality, may have scientific background also. Venus is also good in healing in lot many ways. They may be into jewelry business, they may be into garment business, they may be into glamorous profession or I think business. So somehow this conjunction can work very well in terms of financial level, in terms of marital level. This is one of the favorable conjunction if Venus is not combust behind the sun. But when Venus is, let's say, forward to the sun and again it's not combust, then in such condition you can say that a female somehow will dominate the man in the conjunction due to lot many reasons. So Sun Venus conjunctions sometimes basically fills the ego in both the partners because both are very dignified planet, both are you can say 180-degree arch rival by nature. Both are the planet of brightness, fame, name, power, authority. Both have a lot of terms and condition basically. Sun is very much dictatorial by nature and Venus likes adjustment, balance in something. And sometimes when this conjunction can also give you fertility issues and the most important thing, premarital sex with this conjunction is very dangerous. It will literally destroy the Sun and Venus both. Multiple partner. Multiple partner is again a big challenge in this conjunction. One of, let's say, those who have this conjunction, they might be blessed with good looks or good status in the society, or they may be somehow wealthy or maybe having a good wealth. They may be always associated with the entertainment world, or you can say the bright part of the world. They are sometimes least bothered about the society because this is a very glamorous conjunction. Basically, Sun gets trapped sometime in the conjunction with the Venus. So sometimes this can give breaks in the family life also. Sometimes they may lead a very frugal life. I would like to say very life full of expenditure, too much of expenditure, too much of show off. This conjunction can give you artificial wealth, lot of things you are taking on loan, EMIs, living in costly bungalows, mentioned with the loans and lot many things, just to show off the world basically. That will make a very shallow trust bond between it. And one thing I have noticed in this conjunction, none of the partners basically shows the act of sacrifice within each other. This will be a very headstrong because both may be very powerful in this conjunction. But somehow I have seen that Sun, the karka of ego, will somehow destroy the Venus basically. If a man is lying behind so many beautiful women or always making money by hooks and crooks, this conjunction can be extremely punishing in the chart. So whenever you have this conjunction, be very careful with whom you are going to marry. Somehow these people will be fascinated to marry a very well-established man or a woman. One of them will be very strong in material sense, and other may be having some beauty angle or some smartness, smart tricks or something like that. So this conjunction, I don't say that it's completely bad, but you have to be very careful. You have to choose the middle path. And I have seen lot of many marital breaks, extramarital affair, and after premarital and post-marital also sometimes. So if you go behind sex before the marriage, this conjunction can show havoc. This is something you have to be very careful. The financial drama will start around you, and there may be lot many things in your life you have to be very careful. Why I am speaking very bold in this area because I have recently in my lot many chart. I've got the chart of lot many Western people who are having this conjunction with the live-in relationship, situationship, and lot many. The present time Gen Z generation is basically controlled by this kind of fascination on Venus. But this is not going to work in a long run. Once the 40 years gets, you are after 40, this conjunction make your life pathetic. Your charm, your beauty will fade away. If you are putting too much of makeup on your body just to look good in public eyes, Sun is the kark of body, the inner body, soul. And whenever this conjunction means we are putting artificial beauty in order to get validation from the world. So sometimes these people may have that they don't worry about the society, but deep in their heart, they keep themselves present in such a way just because they stay relevant in the society for the limelight. But this is not going to work for all these things. Biological beauty or external beauty, or you are artistic looking with a very rich appearance, basically wearing very costly clothes, perfume, big brands, mobiles, cars, and all those things. These do not make life. So those people who are having this conjunction try to discover the respect for each other, sacrifice for each other. Sun is like Vishnu sitting in the first house, Aries sign, exalted sun. And Venus is his goddess as Lakshmi servicing Vishnu sitting on his feet. This is the universal decorum of the planet. The exaltation sun is the leader. So every female who seeks a leader in a spouse, basically this can be an ideal conjunction, but man has to turn idol for her. So that character is very important, firstly for the men's. Secondly, for female, just don't look for a beautiful husband or a beautiful boyfriend. He should not be like if he is very good looking, very wealthy, and if this is the only parameter, you select the partner. Okay, you can get a status, you can get a good dignity in the life, you will have a lot of wealth in lot many ways, but these all things will fade away once you turn 40 in your life. Sun Venus conjunction somehow destroys the Rahu in the birth. Sometimes you lack that tactfulness in your life. It's filled with lot many ego. So be very careful with this conjunction. Although the nakshatra compatibility for both this conjunction is good. This is not a bad conjunction. But still I'm looking at lot of disasters happening in society. Females putting allegation on husband, going for 2, 3 marriages. Even the male basically running after lot many females before the marriage, after the marriage. These both are very dignified planets, very high domain planets. And if you go in a very cheap animalistic behavior, you will destroy the quality of Vishnu and Lakshmi in your life. And once the 36-year Saturn becomes activate in your life, then you will see the disaster coming with this conjunction. I've seen the havoc in lot many people's life. I'm practicing this profession since last 15, 20 years. Some of them, people with this conjunction has consulted me multiple times. They're married, their challenge is going. And I'm not here to scare somebody who may not be married right now, but thinking that if this kind of things are going to happen, you should not marry. Look, in the next lifetime, the situation will start from the same place. It's like a video game. You want to reach to the finishing point and you have to face that hurdle, which is, I think, creating, scaring you. I don't want to sacrifice like my mother has suffered. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have commitment in life, independence, freedom. The body will not have the same job throughout the life. The money today you may earn, let's say you may earn in crores of rupees. You will reach a certain status in your life. But to make all these things, you always need security guarantee in life. And this conjunction does not give guarantee of that. Will you be in a position to maintain the status that have some people to maintain status that bodyguard, security, everything, the income will not be the same. All the dashas throughout the life, you will not only go the dashas of these people. So be very careful, very wise before going for only the material aspect of the planet. This conjunction is fantastic conjunction, but you should have the other understanding of this conjunction. Now, that was the first conjunction, Venus conjunction to Sun, because Sun's nakshatra falls in the Sampat Tara, second nakshatra from the Venus, which is good, and from the Sun's nakshatra, Venus falls the ninth nakshatra, Akimitra Tara. These both are extremely compatible in terms of matchmaking also. So I give you, as per the rating, 10 out of 7 in this conjunction, if not combust. Especially if the Venus is behind the Sun, I've seen marriages somehow worked better in life if there is no third planet involved or conjunction is happening. It has worked in some way, but not in all 12 ascendant. Let me make my point very clear. But this is a fantastic conjunction. I would like to say. Very creative personality also. Next planet we move after Sun is basically the planet Moon, the planet of love, emotions. Now, two different ladies. One is the lady, internal mind, emotional lady. Second is the external lady, which is Venus, we are talking about today. Venus is the physical beauty of a female, wearing gold, ornaments, costume, desire, fashion, and everything what people can see externally. But how can you see the moon is equal to man, is equal to mind, emotions? Females are considered very emotional, imaginative, creative, mood swings, and lot many things. But technically, when you see from the Venus, the moon's nakshatra comes in the third, 12th, 21st nakshatra. Tara. Most of the men have complained that boyfriend, husbands have complained that why sometimes my wife, girlfriend becomes angry sudden, quickly, mood swings or something like that. To understand that, you need to understand this combination. From all the Venus good nakshatra, Moon's nakshatra falls as a Vipattara. So emotions is a big trouble and challenge to a beautiful moon. Constant attention, constant validation, constant appreciation. So it's like a fuel she needs to keep herself alive. Whatever she does, she needs some compliment. She's very expressive in that. So female basically sometimes keeps on crying, keeps on complaining, keeps on shouting because they are very imaginative. Man cannot think some things. It may for a man to think something, it will take let's say 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. They can think, imagine within fraction of seconds. So God has given them some unique ability, but in this inequality, they suffer with the syndrome called overthinking. So the all moon rule nakshatra, moon is like mother, stopping a young girl, don't go outside, restriction in the usefulness. So every girl might have a mother who will restrict her because the mother has seen the world reality and the girl is young. She has yet to go into the practical world. So Venus, moon is like a mother, a old age lady, mother-in-law, emotions. They have a better understanding of the world because they have spent a very long time after marriage and real world. So they know it that you are falling for something, the freedom, a lot many things, which looks very beautiful in the initial youthful stage for boy and a girl both. But after a certain period, basically somehow you have to sacrifice, you have to suffer based on your karma. So this moon ruled nakshatra becomes the 3, 12, 21st nakshatra of Venus. Moon conjunction is a bit problematic conjunction. A female or a male going through this conjunction, whether a forward conjunction or a backward conjunction, none of them should be combust. Okay, because Venus mostly stays around 3 signs away from the sun, from the left side or the right side. So if anyhow, basically, Moon gets conjuncted to Venus, it makes Venus more miserable in life. These people live in the dream world, and sometimes dreams may not come true. A man expecting a very beautiful wife, but wife will be a lot of fluctuating temperament, commitment issues, sustainable issues. She may be very difficult in taking the realities of life. Sometimes she may be fond of very good clothes, good jewelry. She always gets bored very quickly. You have to keep on working on her. You have to. She'll be asking too much of time from you. She will sometimes not try to understand uh, the challenge you are going to. Like to keep her happy, you have to go work outside. You have to invest the time for your future children's marriage and everything. So Moon Venus conjunction I have seen a disaster combination. Moon and Venus are the two different stages of a female. How? Venus is the young beautiful girl from let's say teenage level to the period she has not become mother. Once she will become mother, physically, biologically, her emotions and hormones will completely change. She may not get that same attention when she was, I think, not married. And after that, she is the wife of a person and she becomes the mother. So sometimes that becomes a big challenge in the life. The charm goes away. So the husbands who are having this conjunction, make sure that if you take proper care of your wife. Otherwise, with this conjunction, I have seen lot many extramarital affairs. Because females are something like they like compliment or some material values, the show. This is a parallel combination like Sun Venus. But this can be more problematic conjunction if Moon Venus goes into the any fire sign. Fire sign, they may demand a lot of attention from you, very arrogant nature, If this happens in earth sign, they are only after material values. They need financial stability, security in there. In the air sign, they need independent space, living space, and lot many things. In air sign, this conjunction can do disaster. Moon Venus in Gemini, Moon Venus in Libra, I think Moon Venus in Aquarius. They may have a lot of social influence on their personality. That person, that husband is doing like that, that person is doing. She'll be constantly looking everywhere in the world and trying to think that my husband, father, or boyfriend is not able to. So air sign is very dangerous for this both planet conjunction. Especially in the Gemini Aquarius, this can be very dangerous. Libra somehow you can manage. Somehow. Moon is quite neutral in Libra, but in Gemini Aquarius, this conjunction can show you havoc in the life. So this is I have explained you about the moon becoming the Vipattara for the Venus. Now after moon, the next planet in the order basically comes the planet Mars, Venus Mars. So Venus is the young beautiful lady and Mars is a muscular energetic boyfriend, a boy, Harley Davidson, muscles, six pack, abs, muscular, fitness freak, action oriented, heroic, risk taking, gambling, very aggressive in everything. Athletic body, glamorous body, you can say model, a hero kind of a figure. In both are basically young nature planet. And this conjunction basically is like making a hero, making a model, making a salesman. So this conjunction basically is like a complete glamorous package. So all the Venus ruled nakshatra, Mars happens to be the fourth nakshatra, Chem Tara. Chem Tara means stability, sustainability, and a lot many things. But if you count from all the Mars ruled nakshatra, Mars, okay, you will see that all the Venus ruled nakshatra will fall in the 7, 16, 25 Tara. So for that, every young man who has not started making money, but having a good money of your father, you're an influential person, you have a good look, modeling, and a lot of many things. Venus becomes the 7, 16, 25th Tara. Now, for Venus, Mars is good. A female can manipulate. Females are much more manipulative by nature through their looks, through their beauty, through their actions. And when man gets cheated in this conjunction, man can become complete insane, a very dangerous beast in the conjunction. I consider this conjunction as a goat and a tiger conjunction. In this conjunction, basically, as a man's chart, anyone of can be very good looking, athletic, good looking, something like that, very ambitious in life, material world. Venus will become competitor in this conjunction. Basically, husband and wife becomes competitor to each other. You are earning more, or I am earning more. You are getting more status in the. You are getting more social acceptance, or I am getting more. So this conjunction, unlike Sun Venus conjunction, basically in this conjunction, even female sometimes starts behaving like a male, and this kind of female have started the mission called feminism. In the Western hemisphere, the Western part of the world, I can see that female have been suffering through witch burning and a lot many injustice to them. I can consider them, but in India, we have considered female as a devi, as a goddess. Yes, we may see lot many female have given sacrifices of lot of things restriction. So in this conjunction, I would like to say this is a very deadly conjunction. Venus is a Karka it's a Marka planet in the natural zodiac belt, and Mars is the lord of first and eighth house. So this conjunction sometimes can cut short the life of one of the spouse. It's like a Manglik marriage. The man is Manglik family, multiple marriage, multiple physical relationship. This conjunction is basically taught in a very worst manner in lot many ways basically, and there's a logic behind that, reason behind that. Both are a planet of biochemistry or biology. External beauty, external status, money, wealth. Look, Sun is like a king, a politician, the highest position. Mars is the commander in chief, the action-oriented hero. So Mars sometimes becomes much lucrative, attractive to a female. But that Mars is not considered a brainy man, a very responsible man. Starts fighting. Mars is like a tiger. Tiger always moves alone. It doesn't like compromise, adjustment. Hunt, eat, and move away. Sometimes the female nature will be like that. Sometimes the male nature will be like that. Use the female, the beauty, the body, and work. In this conjunction, I have seen most of the havoc, multiple marriage, multiple relationship, even heinous crimes, murders, drugs consumption, alcohol consumption, very accidental death, or sometimes very brutal situation coming up this. So this conjunction should be very careful. Here I will not say that if this conjunction take place within the 15-degree mark on the other side, Venus or Mars, I would like to say you have to be very careful. If this conjunction is somewhere taking in fire or air sign, this is a very dangerous conjunction. In water sign also, this conjunction can be very problematic. Here both planets will feel frustrated because water sign demands sacrifices, devotion. If one partner will be devoted, other will be, why should I? Why should I? Both will not have the same wavelength. Emotional turbulence, internal fight, although the fight may not come in the public domain. But this will be a very scary conjunction. I would like to say. I have not seen from the Mars point of view, because Mars is the controller of the zodiac belt, starting from the Aries sign. And Mars will dominate. Sometimes the man will become a goat and female will finish the man in lot many things. She may be having lot many fan following, lot many followers, lot many extramarital affair. Nowadays we are looking lot of females basically killing the man. In the olden times, man have killed the woman. So I will not give the advantage to either a woman or a man. Both may be. In the past life, you might have done something very bad with your spouse, whether you are a male or female. And if you get a bad treatment, this is nothing but the consequence of your own karma you have to put abroad. What is the wise thing? Once you have got the marriage, don't look here and there. No matter before marriage, lot of body counts and lot many things are discussed right now. But both these planets basically lacks one thing, the quality of Jupiter and Saturn. Ethics, morality. The youthful time basically you are least bothered about this. If somehow the Jupiter is in bad position, Saturn is in bad position, this conjunction will never let you settle in your life. Even saving money in your life, assets, lot of conflict. The more glamour you show in the world, the more enemies you make in your life. Lot of conspiracy, lot of things happen. I am having a collection of vast number of charts with this conjunction in a different ascendant playing a very havoc role. One of the spouse is very dominating in the chart. Some of them have married twice. Some of them are still having extramarital affair apart from having a good partner. This can make you very greedy, bad character person. So be very careful with the Mars Venus conjunction. For Venus, Mars is good, but Venus is Maya. Maya can drive the energy in a way. A man can become a fool in this conjunction. If you only look the beauty of a woman, she is a wealthy. That is the second aspect of the man's chart. I want to marry a healthy woman, well, a healthy and wealthy woman. Body chemistry is the only definition of marriage, I think. Then attraction is the biggest first stage of destruction, I would like to say. So I don't acknowledge this conjunction as a very, I think, compatible, I think, conjunction, Venus Mars. After we Mars, basically, then we come to the fifth planet in the order, which is called Rahu, which is even more dangerous for the Venus. Both are planet of Maya, Venus and Rahu, but Venus is fine-tuned, a dignified Maya, a very dignified Maya, all females. But once the Venus is conjuncted to the Rahu, the 5th, 14th, and 23rd nakshatra, Pratikul nakshatra, especially the 23rd nakshatra from that Venus root nakshatra is called Vinash nakshatra, destruction. This Rahu Venus conjunction is even more dangerous than Mars and Sun also. Rahu is something called unfinished desires from the past life. But within those desires, there is a trap. There's a trap like you have betrayed your spouse or multiple opposite gender person in your past life. for the money, for the physical pleasure, for the beauty, for the name, fame, status in the material world, the Maya, good and bad, both things. From any Rahu ruled nakshatra, if you see basically, Venus may be, I think, somewhere falling in the sixth nakshatra, like say Adra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Aslesha, Magha, Purva Falguni. Yes. For all the Rahu ruled nakshatra, Rahu is like a con man or a con woman. You can be a con man or a con woman. I would like to say a cheater, a fraud. Not necessarily everybody will have, but there are conditions apply for that. I simply am not putting any judgment here. But from Rahu Nakshatra, if you see, Venus becomes the Siddhi Tara Lord. 6:15:24. Achievement. In this conjunction, if it takes place in a male chart or even female, both are losers. Both are losers. Within a short frame, you can get a glamorous, a young lady marrying a 60, 70-year-old man just because he is a rich man. He is a rich man and she have a muscular boyfriend. Conspiracy. Rahu is conspiracy, cunningness. Rahu is limitless. Rahu is your such hunger of name, fame, money, pleasure. Everything which is unethical is Rahu basically. On the name of modernization, there will be lot of devil's advocate you will find who will try to say that no, this conjunction is bad, that. They will only speak the good side of this conjunction. But what about the second part of this conjunction? This conjunction is a trap for both male and female. If anything which is coming in a very easier way, and you are not paying the big price for that, be prepared that blackmail, porn videos, acting in porn industry. And I talked to lot many people who were working in the porn industry, who were working as a escorts, elite prostitution. Some married females were doing like that. Their circumstances was different, I can say that. But this conjunction is literally a very dangerous conjunction that's happening in your chart. But within what degree this conjunction can affect? If Rahu is in this conjunction in the above degree, let's say Rahu is at 15 degree and Venus is within the 10 degree. Within the 10 degree above, this conjunction can be dangerous. But I will not deny that. Within the 30 degree orbit also, Rahu is like a sky. It can affect even within the 30 degree mark also. I will not deny because in some of the chart I have seen very havoc kind of results. I'm just trying to make you alert that this is con, cheating, fraud. Sometimes you will be very expert in hacking and lot many technical things, making makeup artists, facials, beauty parlors. Lot many some professions are basically doing in modern days. AI, like making an AI video of two such people basically who never met in their life. Rahu Venus is a universal Maya, a scam. So you have to be very careful with this conjunction taking place in your chart. Even let's say within 10-15 degree, within 30 degree also. This is not a very good conjunction. Then after Rahu, basically, we come to the planet which is called Jupiter, the Devta, the Vishnu element, the Jeev, and which is the ideal husband for a good girl, a good female. So for all the Venus ruled nakshatra, Jupiter becomes the Siddhi Tara Lord, 6:15:24, the fantastic nakshatra, the ideal husband material, was mature, educated, having a good family values, capable of producing children, but not a very glamorous, not a very heroic, sometimes may have a fat stomach, fat tummy, but good making family man. He can also play the dangerous role in the life, but he will choose wisdom over knee-jerk reaction in life. A female sometimes may behave very bad with this kind of husband. She, if basically comes from the Sun Venus conjunction, Venus Rahu conjunction, Mars Venus conjunction, this Jupiter may be a coward for you, may not be. But these people are very far-sighted, very dignity. It's like a Vishnu taking test of you in your life. So 6:15:24 is a loyal husband, family man, wealthy. And this, I think Venus Jupiter conjunction, I have seen a fantastic combination. But from all the Jupiter ruled nakshatra, we see that Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, Venus. So Venus becomes the 5, 14, 23rd nakshatra for all the responsible men. Like Jupiter in the olden ages were Rishi Munis, gurus, and Venus is like a student, a disciple, follower. In this conjunction also, a male is in a danger position. Any female can destroy you, even if you're wise. If you go behind her beauty, biological beauty, that's the only definition. You forget your wisdom. If your beauty supersedes, your wisdom goes away. You're, I think, out of your senses, you're destroyed. For a man, this conjunction in a man's chart is a very dangerous one. It has a very side effect. If you accept every word of a female, this can be a big challenge. Don't always say yes to her. Try to put some boundary. Just don't become blinded with her beauty. See the wisdom part in a female, patience, sacrifices. But I have seen some of the female with this conjunction are a fantastic homemaker. They work in an external world. They have a proper family values. They're making money. They're teaching tuitions, but very dignified, family-oriented women. I have somehow have seen that. But sometimes if you go for love marriage, and although both are planet of wealth and finances, look, Venus like to have a show of life, and Jupiter likes simplicity is the beauty, best beauty. So sometimes these people may be in saving money, especially if this conjunction takes place in Taurus. This is a good conjunction, I would like to say, but in Virgo and Capricorn, this can be disaster. In air sign, I have seen this as only a glamorous combination, but somehow I have seen okay, not very good, not very bad. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it's not working well, but in a fire sign, this conjunction can be fabulous. Good spouse, somehow made for each other. Some past life good karma might have achieved and you have got a spouse. With the condition, the fire sign, that sign lord should not be destroyed. But Mars or any other planet should not join. This is a fantastic conjunction I have seen. They both know their boundary, their family upbringing, their wealth. They are both clever, smart, how to live in the social world, internal world, external world. They will always keep their family, father's reputation at the top priority somehow. This is a duty-oriented conjunction. This is not a very glamorous conjunction. A typical husband-wife, which we see in most of the fatherly figure, motherly figure, both very wise, very intellectual. I think this is a good combination. They're very expert in managing all the family affairs, good event managers. They have the art of balance in that way. But again, for a man, basically, beauty should not be the only parameter in a female to go for a marriage. Although this is a fantastic, despite I think Venus falling in the 23rd nakshatra, 5, 14, 23rd. But somehow I have seen that with even if divorces have happened or some separation has happened, these people have a at their back end, they always try to make sure they give multiple efforts to save their marriage. Someday my spouse will understand. Because this conjunction may not work very well in the earth and air sign. I think I have not seen. But in fire and water sign, this conjunction has done fabulous result. Especially Pisces, Jupiter, Venus is a fantastic combination. Even in Cancer, even in Scorpio, I've seen this is a giving of good result. In I would like to say Leo Sagittarius, this is a fantastic combination. In Taurus, although it can be a very good, but in other sign, that's a condition supply. So that was Jupiter, and after Jupiter, we come to the next planet, which is the Saturn, the best friend considered for all the people. Basically, you have heard that Saturn and Venus are friends. Venus is show off, beauty, wealth. Saturn is reservation, restriction, discipline, boundary, the old mother-in-law, the old father, the old custom. I look at conservative approach. Saturn does not like to lead a very glamorous life. It's a very mature planet. It forces you to follow the rules, regulation, discipline. Everything should work as an according to discipline. I can see this is a SAS power projection. Although we consider from because all the Venus ruled nakshatra, Saturn is the 7, 16, 25th nakshatra. Surprise. 16th nakshatra is, I think, one of the worst nakshatra from any, let's say, any Saturn's nakshatra, which is 16th from the Venus ruled nakshatra. If you see, that is called Sanghatik nakshatra in Shannari chakra. It's a small form of Navtara chakra paddhati. 16th nakshatra from any particular nakshatra of that particular planet in the 7-16-25. It's a shock, surprise, ambush. After marriage, you went to a spouse's house and something all of a sudden came in front of you and you're shocked. Husband may be shocked, wife may be shocked, your in-laws may be shocked. What they told externally, but internally they are completely conservative. You may not like. It's like a prison. I'm not scaring you, but you have to learn it hard way. So those people who have a Saturn Venus conjunction, either they become very smart with time, either they have will be lot many desires. You will not be given anything all of a sudden in your life. You have to go through lot many humiliation, criticism. Because look, Saturn's way is more painful than the planet Sun. Sun is still, despite of being an enemy, with this conjunction can give you everything quickly. But Saturn Venus will not give you. Sometimes because Saturn is a karaka of 6,000, 6,000, 8,000, 12,000. This can be very dangerous conjunction for some of the people's chart. It will frustrate you like anything. I've seen in some people's chart, but it can make you multi-billionaire also. Saturn is money and sorry, Venus is money and Saturn is judiciary. Some of the people say that. Most of the people who have a capital, they don't get the capital commission. In some people's chart, you will see this conjunction is really working fantastic. But they will always have a back end story which may not come up in the public. Why? Saturn and Venus conjunction makes people clever internally, very clever internally. Both might be a partners in crime in a very sophisticated way. They are very clever, very smart. Saturn is a planet of far-sightedness, maturity. If they will do crime, you will cannot trace their crime all of a sudden. They have so many influence and hidden influence in the society, you have no idea. They both can become very mysterious, very dual, very clever. On the one hand, this can be a fantastic conjunction, but these people may not make drama publicly or not create a scene sometimes. But until unless a third planet like Rahu or Saturn or Jupiter or Sun joins them. But this is a scary conjunction. From all the Saturn ruled nakshatra, if you see Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, Venus, Venus becomes the Chemtara lord. Let's say an old age man with a lot of money can have a beautiful lady just because he spent his whole life in making money but was not able to enjoy the pleasure. In the Western world, you will see an old man and a young girl. But this is not a very ideal combination for marriage. Although Saturn becomes exalted in the Libra sign, everybody looks marriage as a beautiful, you can say Alice in Wonderland kind of story. No, Saturn becomes exalted in the Libra to make it ensure that a man and a woman are committed, loyal, dutiful, sacrifice, balance. These are the qualities of Saturn. You're bound to it. It's a prarabdha karka in your life. Whenever you have a Saturn Venus conjunction, whether you're a man or a woman, you have a prarabdha, a duty towards your spouse. Whether you like it, you will be beaten, you will be humiliated, you will be tested brutally. Why you are getting all these things? Being a man or a woman, because in the past life you didn't acknowledge lot many things related. You didn't value the money, woman, wealth, spouse. So in this way, it's a hard way learning, the most dangerous lesson. If you run away from that challenge, I will not marry. You run away from marriage, getting divorced, going for multiple marriages. It's like a karmic punishment, you have to bear it. The karma has given you a recharge of talk time of 300 rupees. Now you have to make sure that you exhaust with one relationship, 10 relationship, or you don't even want to utilize that recharge. The next lifetime, the chapter will begin and Ketu will join the party here. More severe, more dangerous combination. So it's like that, face it in this lifetime, whatever happens, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, to reach the highest form of winners, whether a man or a woman, somehow you have to pay the debt of your spouse. 7,000 is what? It is the family representation to the 6,000 matters. What is the 6,000? 6,000 is the enemy. Who, which kind of enemy? From whom you have taken different kind of loans from the past life. They have served you, but you didn't pay them. You didn't pay them time. You didn't give them money for something like that. You took their labor, the hard work for granted. Somebody sacrificed whole life and you cheated. So in this lifetime, you will get this conjunction to make you understand the value of relationship, value of money. value of commitment, value of loyalty. Let's say your spouse was suffering in a health disease in past life and you left them dying. This lifetime, your spouse will humiliate you like anything. Your money will be destroyed. You'll be behind courts and lot many litigation, unnecessary blame allegation. So somehow you have to learn that discipline. You cannot run away from that relation, being a man or a woman. If you do so, in the next life it will come up in bigger form in your life. Wise people do not run away from the challenges coming their way. Take it as a challenge, as an opportunity. Learn discipline like a sadhu sannyasi. Be dutiful in your life. No matter howsoever your spouse is, it should be your duty, patience, time, investment, consistency, giving care, standing as rock solid with your spouse, your male or female, in good and bad times. One day, the same conjunction can make you a multi-billionaire in your life. I've seen in some people's chart. They both were so devoted. One was not handicapped and one was a beautiful lady. She maintained that character so well. I literally feel saluting that woman. She was a very modern day girl, but she transformed herself in such a way, literally she became an entrepreneur. So this way I have somehow seen the big changes with this conjunction, but this conjunction I can say the glamour will be wiped out. The more you go glamorous, the more you go the shortcut way, this conjunction is going to bother you, test you like anything. Saturn is a brutal test for men, it's not spare you. You may be a male in the past life, humiliated a female in this life. You get a very challenging spouse, no romantic, no values, no ethics. You are a female in past life. You insulted your husband like anything. You will never get an ideal, secured husband in your life. A drunkard, bad health, or sometimes you will spend your whole life for searching for the good marriage partner, stability, security. So that was, I think, Saturn with there. Okay. Then we come to the planet Mercury in this conjunction. Mercury is a kind of a Rajasic planet along with Venus. Basically, it's the natural third and sixth lord. It's a lot of natural sixth house conflict. Virgo sign where Venus gets stability. So these are very easygoing nature. It's like a eight nakshatra from the all Venus ruled nakshatra. I would like to say for all the Venus ruled nakshatra, Mercury is the Mitra Tara, friendly nakshatra, but hi hello kind of a friend, not a very best friend. But Mercury will add certain way better than Saturn and Mars in other way. A joking mentality, comic mentality, food and everything. This is a very materialistic connection. It's like partners with benefit. But again, this is a very clever conjunction for good business, family, money, glamour, becoming a YouTuber, becoming a social media performer, and lot many ways. I consider this is a good conjunction. I've seen some good husband wife with this conjunction. This you will find in most of the charts, but none of them should be compressed. This is a good conjunction. Lakshmi Vishnu Yoga. Both can make quick money. Good wife. The spouse will be artistic, mathematical, good communication skills. So I would like to say this conjunction is good conjunction in some way, but from all the Mercury ruled nakshatra, Venus becomes the Vipat Tara. Let's say a businessman marrying a beautiful lady. And if that beautiful lady asking his businessman husband to come to home and spend the time. So his priority will be to making money. One is busy in making money, other is getting bored. This conjunction needs constant growth, finance, material objects. They both are materialistic planet, but either one will be busy in making money or both will become bunty and bubbly in their life. One, that is also possible if somehow Rahu is conjuncted or Mars is involved. But this is a fantastic, very creative, very artistic people. That's it. Good for wealth, good for marriage also. But Mercury again or Venus sometimes gets bored up with the other person. Even they can be cheating in married life. Quite obvious. Mercury is like a small young teenage boy, although very sharp, very clever. But Mercury is not very accountable, very reliable, responsible, not to going to behave like a matured Jupiter, Saturn, or Sun. Whenever the extreme challenges will come, it may skip the relationship. It will run away, leaving you the other side. Because and this conjunction, sometimes the person will be very selfish, or your spouse will be very selfish. They will always look at their own benefit. Because Mercury is a profit and loss calculation. Even Venus's conditions apply. So this can go anywhere. But both nakshatra compatibility is fantastic. Like Vipattara can be accepted. But this conjunction will definitely test the married life. Definitely. Why? Because if you get bored with your spouse and everything very quickly, if money is the object in your marriage, you're in a problem. If beauty is the only thing you're modern. Extramarital affair. They are very adventurous by nature, discovering lot many taboo things in a very precise manner, in a very sophisticated, even if these transaction people will do any kind of financial fraud, crime, any kind of cheating, it's very difficult to trace them. They are very sharp and clever in lot many ways. So this basically is a very ideal conjunction, but it can go into the other side also. But as per the nakshatra compatibility for Venus root nakshatra, Mercury is a good nakshatra. Hi, hello friend. And for Mercury, it's a Vipattara. A young man gets a beautiful old lady as a spouse. Looks very odd in the life. You're the child of a rich man and an old lady is after you. Sometimes these people can go behind kind of a taboo kind of relationship. Why? I do not want to speak much dirtier in this channel because I have a collection of host number of people who have confessed that in front of me. And I have guided them not to do this. Both are again Lakshmi Vishnu in a very toddler kind of a form. It's a teenage level of conjunction, I would like to say. But somehow Jupiter, Saturn, if not influencing this planet again, they will do cheating in a very sophisticated manner, very clever man. Lot of relationship, lot of people hanging around. So this can be a typical Casanova kind of a conjunction for a boy or a girl. Okay. Then finally, lastly, we come to the planet Ketu. Now Ketu is completely opposite to the Venus. Venus is show and Ketu is hide. It's like a hide and seek conjunction. Ketu is sacrifice of all material things. And Venus is showing everything. Although Ketu falls in the ninth nakshatra from the Venus, one of the fantastic 9, 18, 27. Ketu is the Almighty Vishnu, you can say, Shiva, a symbol of great sacrifice. So whenever Venus comes up with this attitude, with this conception, that's how why spouse may not be very sacrificing. I've seen this conjunction working very well in some of the people's life, but Ketu is somewhere the karaka of detachment. Can make you a very beautiful human being, great artist. They might have a lot of hidden talent. But spouse may have a lot of things. You may see that they are not very communicative, not very socializing by nature, but somehow loyal, devoted, blank in their life, searching for the purpose of life, spiritual domain, something like that. But this conjunction can also make you a very toxic person internally. Lot of confusion in life. This is a yogi, a sannyasi kind of a conjunction, and this can be a person who guided in the wrong direction, getting a wrong guru. Because Venus is a guru of Rakshasa. These people may be expert in tantras and lot many different kind of siddhis which people may not be knowing. Externally, they may look a very good human being, although they may be. I'll not deny that fact. But Ketu is a deep-rooted secret, and both are very secretive planet. Both were extremely good with playing instruments, musical instrument, guitar, tabla, flute, lot many other kind of things, music creation. I have seen this conjunction working very excellent for creative work, very good in cooking. They may sometime do it or sometime may not. But I would like to say this conjunction works fantastically, very well in lot many ways. Sometimes it will create a lot of doubt within the husband and wife whether my spouse is completely spiritual, devotive, following the dharma. And one side may or one side may not. But better than Rahu Venus conjunction, this is a better conjunction. I would like to say it's an ideal conjunction. This conjunction will show the Venus in Pisces effect. For husband, if she is giving lot of things, she is sacrificing her father's house for you, she is living in your house, try to listen to her, she is giving lot of services for which she is not being recognized. You must compliment her, you must take care of her health. If she's giving you unconditional love, Venus in Pisces means sacrificing the best form of a beauty. Jupiter in Cancer, highest form of sacrifice. Venus in Pisces, highest form of sacrifice. Thinking about other people, husband, wife, family. That is the way universe is designed. When you come up in that higher level, lot of things will come to you naturally. It will not happen overnight. It's like a tapasya. If you want from somebody, you have to invest prior. If in your past life, if you have not invested, that is what comes in the form of you. So here I have given you a conjunction of all the 9 planets with Venus and what kind of married life or spouse, good or bad, you can understand. But here I have tried to explain you through the Navtara. When you look at any conjunction and draw a conclusion, with this you will get somehow a basic idea. But look again within this video, my intention is not to demean somebody, discriminate somebody or try to insult or humiliate. But from the combination of nakshatra, you can understand that how this planet can affect. As Venus is a marka and a maya and an illusion, a trap of the universe. In order to give you settle the prarabdha karma of your life and spouse. Venus is mainly the karka of 7th house. It is the representation of your enemy, face of your enemy. If you do not want to settle it in this life with wisdom, in that next lifetime, it will come up in a much bigger form. So that was in my today's video, friends. If you have any questions, doubt, you can drop down in the comment section. Anybody wants to book professional consultation can message me on my WhatsApp number, or want to learn astrology professionally in a one-to-one level also can message me or contact me on my WhatsApp number I am dropping here. And I'll again request all of the people, those who have not subscribed or watching my video for the first time, please subscribe, put a like so this video can reach to the maximum number of people, and share with your friends and family members as a token of motivation, which encourages me to make much more detailed oriented video. Okay. So if you have any suggestions, any doubt, you can drop down in the comment section. I'll be coming very quick with some more interesting topic, or if you recommend any, you want to recommend me any topic or making video on any specific topic, then I think you can drop down the suggestion in the comment section. So seeing you very shortly. Stay connected.